somehow we were able to get this deal done, and we're just absolutely excited to have Todd Snider with us tonight. So please welcome Todd Snider.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you all. It's been too long. I'm going to tell you before I even start, I've never done anything like this. And I've been sitting across the street staring at this house going, what's going to happen in there? So this is a nice relief, although you could probably tell I'm a semi-nervous natured person. And it may take me a minute to warm up on you here. Can't usually actually see everybody when you play. Like if you come to the show tomorrow, you'll see, I won't be able to see anybody, like maybe some of you, but this is so cool. I can see everybody and I can see the paintings and everything. Wait a second here though. We gotta make sure. I thought, oh yeah, you got the wrong one. Now give me the other one. That's it. Well, I was gonna start with this guitar. Sorry about that, y'all. Once I get started, you can tell I've been practicing. My landlady treats me like I ain't paid my rent. Give me card my mechanic, and I ain't seen it since. My phone is always ringing when I want to be alone. They're trying to sell me everything from heaven to cologne. Everybody's got an offer that I just can't refuse. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshow blues. It's all a big commercial, it's a video of a man. It's a plot to put an end to my attention span. They make up all these issues I never understood. If I thought I could change things, I'd run out to Hollywood, but it's so hard to kick the door down when you ain't wearing no shoes. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshow blues. Got them sideshow blues. I want to tame a lion. These centering rich kids, they ain't even trying. From college to the big top, take all of the best possessions while I'm out in this tent with all these freaks and musicians. Out in this tent with all your freaks and musicians, moaning them sideshow blues. Well, I try to tell my girlfriend she's the only one that I got. There's a girl I hardly even know that keeps on telling her that she's not. She's got a loaded pistol, waves it all the time. She says sometimes she gotta kill a boy to keep his ass in line. At least that's the way she sees it. She says she saw it on the news. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshow blues. People play satanic records, man, you don't know when they'll freak. From a quiet kid to a maniac into a movie of the week. We're killing over cocaine, dying over sex, bowing down and praying to whoever's gonna cut the checks. And then I go to church on Sunday, and brothers and sisters, I cannot help but sleep in the pew. That's what I do. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshow blues. It's a circus out here, mama, your baby's got them sideshow blues. Well, there's a Coke machine glowing through a parking lot. Call it Rome with a view. This was the best night of pool that I ever shot. I made a lot of money too, looking for some company in the weekly scene. A scene that just had to be you. I hadn't seen you since New Orleans. I never did figure out where you'd run off to. I know I looked bad last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing all right. I won a tournament last week in Oklahoma City, hustled half of this town tonight. I got some cocaine if you want some, it's the best that I could find. Either we could just sit here and talk all night, if that big old guy out in the car don't mind, like old times. We'll screw off the top on a bottle of wine, living out our own kind of American dream, like old times. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw a fishing line in that old mainstream. No, I ain't expecting anybody but you. I don't know who this could be at the door, but I'm pretty sure that you've got a clue, and I'll bet you've been to this hotel before. Put the you-know-what in the bathroom, but don't flush it down just yet. Put your pager in my suitcase, I'll get the window. You light a cigarette, it'll be like old times. Just like the old times, living out our own kind of American dream, like old times. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw a fishing line in that old mainstream. No, sir, officer, you don't understand. We're just two old friends drinking wine. I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She is also an old friend of mine. I got her high school picture right here in my wallet, 1982. No, sir, officer, no offense taken. You have a good night, too. Well, it's a good thing we didn't throw this away. Baby, turn up the radio. I'm pretty sure that cop knew what we were up to. I guess he just decided to let us go. Oh, don't make such a thing about that picture. That was just something I kept. Well, don't get all sentimental on me now, girl. You haven't even told me what your new name is yet. Old time. Just like the old times, we're living out our own kind of American dream, just like old times. Your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw a fishing line in that old mainstream. You didn't. Lately, also, my friends have been telling me, they said, you know, songs are starting to get more and more opinionated. So I wanted to tell you, before I played any further, that I might, over the course of the night, share a couple of my opinions with you. But I'm not going to share them with you because I think that they're smart. I'm going to share them with you because they rhyme. And I'm being sincere when I say that. I ain't traveling around trying to change nobody's mind. I'm traveling around trying to ease my own. I come from Portland, Oregon. A band from my hometown put out a song in the 60s that was so allegedly sexually suggestive and lewd that the government opened up a file on the song. First time that they ever opened up a file on a song that I know of or that anyone else had ever heard of. And I read a lot of rock magazines. Anyway, this song is dedicated to a band called the Kingsmen. And my hope is always that it will inspire someone to have sex with each other. The Kingsmen came together in a garage. They could hardly even play, but they practiced night and day. Pretty soon they got to where they could really play that song, Louie Louie. So they saved up all the money from their shows, and they went into one of those studios, and they gave their version of that song, Louie Louie, a try. Now, I don't know the words to that song, Louie Louie, and I'm pretty sure that the singer for the Kingsmen didn't know them either. If he did know them, he didn't get them right on the record, because on the record, they sound completely jumbled in his jaw. He says, me think of me girl, oh so constantly. I make her, ooh, Well, that last part scared everybody from the PTA to the FBI. You see, the kids have been going kind of crazy lately. Seemed like nobody could figure out why. So they decided to form a coalition and launch an investigation, you know, for the kids. They figured they at least had to try to figure out the words to that song, Louie Louie. It's the feel good hit of this endless summer. It gets kids out of control, singing along to that star-spangled bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll. You know, Marilyn Manson's real name is not Marilyn Manson. He's a skinny public high school kid from Ohio. He's not some monster from out of this world. And like a lot of skinny public high school kids, he was sick of getting beaten up by the pulling guard all week, only to go out on the weekend and watch the quarterback get all the girls. So he formed a band, man. And now, Marilyn Manson gets a lot of chicks. They're weird chicks. But they are chicks. A few years later, a couple of latchkey kids go tragically mad. Everybody's gathered around the television store at the mall trying to figure out what went wrong. And this guy says, "You think the life of a kid going to school around here could have gotten that bad?" And the guy said, "No, probably just the words to one of those goddamn Marilyn Manson songs. You know which one." It's the feel good, his endless summer. It gets kids out of control, singing along to that star-spangled bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll. You know, every 10 years or so, our country and some other little country, we start firing all of our newest weapons at each other. For some reason or another, right or wrong, like it or not, it happens. And when it happens, people get shot. And when people get shot, they show that on TV a lot. Every night at 6 o'clock. And you don't have to be 18 to see that. You don't even have to be in first grade. First grade, where they teach a kid the pride that they tell him he's going to need to thrive in a world where they say that only the strong will survive. So he's taught the art of more, to compare to and to keep score, Monday through Friday while he stares at the floor, till Sunday they make him go to school once more, only this time they make him wear a suit and a tie and listen to some guy who claims to know where people go when they die, tell him that only the meek are going to inherit the earth. Whew. Well, by this time, how could any kid know what anything was worth? Now, brothers and sisters, I am only one guy, and I don't know the words to that song, Louie Louie. But I can tell you right now, without batting an eye, that the next time some latchkey kid goes wrong, it ain't gonna be because of something that some rap singer said in his song, and I ain't trying to preach to you either. I'm just trying to sing to you too. String a few words together. Hey kids, let's get it on. let's get it on. I believe in miracles. Where are you from? You sexy thing. I was going to tell you this because I said I would, and I was thinking this song I'm going to try to play for you. If I can remember, it's got a lot of words in it, but it's kind of a new song, but it was semi-inspired by the song I just played, but it was more. Have you ever heard a song called If Tomorrow Never Comes by Garth Brooks singing? Will she know how much I love her? Sensitive piece, right? Okay, so this song I'm going to try to play for you is inspired by the opportunity that I had to meet the guy that came up with that song, If Tomorrow Never Comes. Well, one of the 5 or 6 guys, but one of the guys that came up with this song, I had a chance to meet him, and it inspired the song I'm going to play for you now. But before I can make that make sense, I gotta back up to the song I just played, B-E-E-R-R-U-N, Beer Run. And I admit that it's not, say, as sensitive of a piece as If Tomorrow Never Comes, but it has a spirit of its own. Now, I'm sitting watching the Mets play the Giants in the middle of the afternoon, got that baseball package, and my manager calls me up and he says, hey, you know that song of yours, Beer Run? I said, yeah. And he said, well, there's another song almost exactly like it on the radio. And it's George Jones and Garth Brooks, and it's not your version, though. It's like these 6 other guys. I said, oh, man, you know. And he said, well, what do you want me to do? And to swear to you, as God is my witness, you know what my thought was? I don't have to come into town for this, do I, man? Because I don't give a shit. I swear to you, I do. I got that baseball package. What do I want after that? So, my manager says, oh, you're easy to work with. And I go back to my game, and everything goes on as planned. Then he calls me back like a month later. It's still summer, and he says, bad news. Now, the guys that came up with Beer Run are calling us and saying, you took it from them. And I still just, I was like, good, I got 11 other songs on the record. I don't give a shit. I just don't want to have to go to Music Row or argue with people or get to this point where making up songs becomes something that you do in town. And so I just wanted that out of my life. So watch what happens. Now, my manager calls me and he says, I went into town, I went in and I talked, we all met. Turns out nobody took nothing from nobody. That's what I was hoping happened. We could all go on with our lives. Then, I'm at home and living in Nashville. They're going to induct Tom T. In Nashville, we induct somebody into something like twice a week. And they're doing Tom T. Hall. There's something he's not in. They're going to bring him in. They called me. I was honored to be called. I got to sing one of his songs. It was exciting, actually, to do at the Opry or something. And I'm serious, I can't remember if it was at the Opry or the Hall of Fame. It was one of them things that's supposed to be a big deal. Then, afterwards, I'm in the dressing room. This really happened. Afterwards, I'm with there's free carrots and celery and drinks and towels in the dressing room, always, almost always, right? And so I'm standing back there with this stuff, and there's a guy across the room, and my buddy says, you see that guy? I said, yeah. And he says, you know that song, If Tomorrow Never Comes? I said, yeah, I love that song. He said, that guy wrote it, you know. I said, oh, God, that's cool. I love that song. Let's go hassle him. So we go over there, and we have our free drink, and I remember I held my drink out, and I sang it. I went, If Tomorrow Never Comes, and he smiled, and I said, I love that song. And he said, oh, thanks. And I said, I'm Todd Snider. And he went, oh, I know who you are. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I had a lot of trouble with you last summer. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, you know that Beer Run? And I said, yeah. He said, I wrote it too. Right? I told you I would tie this shit together. And I'm thinking, my God, you know, I thought, man, you took it from me. So I said to this guy, man, you took it from me. And he says, not technically, right? And I thought, no, what? I thought I didn't see that coming. And I said, what do you mean? And he went on to explain there's a certain amount of notes you could take, there's a certain amount of lyrics you could take in a row without taking too many in a row. And I thought, oh, this guy's a genius, man. This is who should be managing me. But the good news was, as he was walking away from me, I got this idea for a song that I made up by myself. It's called If Tomorrow Never Comes. If tomorrow never comes, I don't give a damn. If tomorrow never comes, I don't wanna be afraid to meet my maker just the way I am. You can't prove anything, but one thing is true. If you can steal from me, I can steal from you. Any kind of heaven everybody doesn't get in won't seem like a heaven to me. Well, they tell you that the Garden of Eden was perfect, but you couldn't even eat off the apple tree. And for heaven's sakes, you had to watch that snake lying to your woman constantly. Adam must have scratched his head, looked up and said, Lord, this isn't doing it for me. If tomorrow never comes, I don't give a damn. If tomorrow never comes, I don't wanna be afraid to meet my maker just the way I am. I can't do anything I'm dying to. If tomorrow never comes, tonight we'll have to do. I said, I don't ever claim to know what's going on around here. I don't even know where I'm from. I know where I'm going when I get to where I'm going, what I'm doing when I get done. They tell me I'm forgiven if I ask to be. I say permission ought to come that easily. I'm piling cores up underneath this apple tree. I'm singing, oh, Lord, have mercy on me if tomorrow never comes. And tonight is all I got. Hey, if tomorrow never comes, I don't want to be afraid to come and meet you just the way that I'm not. You can't do anything and then you die. Judge the judgmental and what am I? Judge the judgmental and what am I? Either way, I'm every guy I have ever tried not to be. I want everything as good as it gets. I've learned nothing but that there's another sunrise coming, all but one of the times it sets. And if tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never comes. Hey, if tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never comes. If we were all good people, we could work in perfect rhythm. If worms had daggers, birds wouldn't fuck with them. This one is one I got a friend of mine. He's not with us anymore. I miss him all the time. He used to come by my house after the clubs would close, and he would try to get me to play train songs for him. He had a fetish for them, you know. And one of the most interesting people I ever met in my life, he told me that he wanted to die peacefully in his sleep like his grandfather had, and not screaming and crying like everybody else in the car. I thought that was a good one. Smoking long black Cadillac, engine winding down. He parked it up on the sidewalk like he owned the whole damn town. I'd hear him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through a thicker haze of southern comfort and coke. Say, girl, you're hotter than the hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, babe, if he don't treat you well. And by he meant me, so I laughed and shook his hand. He'd laugh a little bit louder as he yelled about the band to play a train song. Pour me one more round, Make them leave my boots on the day to lay me down. I am a runaway locomotive on a one-track mind, and I'm looking for any kind of trouble that I can find. Got this old black leather jacket, I got this pack of Marlboro Reds, got this stash here in my pocket, got these thoughts in my own head. The right to run until I've got to walk, until I've got to crawl. I got this moment that I'm in right now, and nothing else at all. Play a train song, pour me one more round. Make them leave my boots on the day to lay me down. I am a runaway locomotive out of my one-track mind. In the television blizzard lights, we looked around this place, found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And though I tried to throw my sadness, somehow I just could not weep. For a man looked to me like he died, laughing in his sleep, singing a train song, drinking one last round. We made him leave his boots on the day that they laid him down. He was a runaway locomotive out of his one-track mind. Play train song, play train song, play train. Like missing you today. Sometimes I just didn't get this way. It seemed like everything I say will bring back another memory. Feel like missing you today. You're never too far from my mind. Feel like crying sometimes. It's always been hard to do, especially when it's come to you. You're never too far from my mind. I know someday I'll see your smiling face again. I don't know when, but I know it's true. One other thing I know, no matter where we can go, you love me and I love you. I can't help wondering out loud if we'd have ever worked things out. I wish I could make amends for anything I might have said back then. I can't help wondering out loud. I feel like missing you today. I ain't letting nobody nobody stand in my way. I'm going to pull out my shades and play some old song. Got something they want. We're hoping.
Double wide.
5 miles.
Beer round. Let's do beer round right away.
Tell the story of the
Sometimes people yell, I say, tell a story. So I'll make one up during beer run and tell it to you after. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. A couple of frat boys from Abilene drove out all night to see Robert Earl Keen at the K-Pig Swine and soiree dance. They wore baseball caps and khaki pants. They wanted cigarettes, so to save some money, they got one off these hippies that smelled kind of funny. Next thing they knew, they were both really hungry and pretty thirsty too. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Found a store with a sign said their beer was coldest. They sent in Brad because he looked the oldest. He got a case of beer and a candy bar. Walked over to where all the registers are. He laid his fake ID on the countertop. Clerk looked, he turned, he looked back up, he stopped. He said, "Kid, I ain't gonna call the cops, but I'm gonna have to keep this card." The guys both took it pretty hard. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Oh, how happy we would be had we only brought a better fake ID on a B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Met this other old hippie named Sleepy John. He said he was the guy from the Robert Earl song, so they gave him the cash. He bought him some brews. It's a beautiful day out in Santa Cruz. They were feeling so good, it should have been a crime. Crowd was cool and the band was prime. They made it back up front to their seats just in time to sing with all their friends. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. You sound pretty good. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. I'm gonna do this and take a break. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. This is a song, I put this out a couple of albums back. But it's my parents, it was my mom and dad's song. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You work and work all day long, you're always on the go. You never take a minute off, you're too busy making dough. Someday for sure you're gonna see the world, you're gonna really get around. But how far you gonna travel when you're 6 feet underground? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You're going to take that ocean trip no matter come what may. You got your reservations but you just can't get away. Someday for sure you're gonna see the world when you're a millionaire. But how far you gonna travel in some old rocking chair? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You worry when the weather's cold, you worry when it's hot. You worry when you're doing well, you worry when you're not. It's worry, worry all the time, you don't know how to laugh. We'll think of something funny when we write your epitaph. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Y'all sing, I've been singing the whole time. Say, enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. I'll sing in just a little bit. You know, just the other morning, I was hanging around in my house. I had that new book with all them pictures of the Yonder Mountain String Band naked in it, and I was checking it out. Just then a friend of mine came through the door. Said she'd never pegged me for a scumbag before. Said she didn't ever want to see me anymore, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. I just wanna live until I gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, but God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. I know I'm dirty, and I know I've smoked a little dope in my time. Man, it ain't like I went on TV and tore up a picture of the Pope like Sinead O'Connor did that time. I don't get wild, I don't get drunk. It ain't like I got a bunch of bodies in my trunk. My old man used to call me a no-good punk, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. I just wanna live until I've gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, but God knows I'll try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Just the other night, you know, this cop put me up outside of a bar. He turned on his lights, he said, "Hey, old timer, we're gonna have to ask you to step out of the car." I was only kidding when gonna call a couple of dicks. Still they made me do the stupid human tricks. Now I'm stuck in this jail with a bunch of dumb hicks, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. I just wanna live until I gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, but I knows I'll try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Here's another guy from my hometown that made a name for himself. D.B. Cooper was 43 when we first heard his name. 47 miles away from where he fell down to his fame. He told me that the hardest part wasn't really jumping out of that plane. It was watching them lights all that night shine through the pouring rain. They had a manhunt that next morning like nothing I'd ever seen. I was only 8 years old at the time. I was watching on the TV screen. They were saying he was never gonna make it now that daylight had set in. But later that night, they were shining those lights back down on that mountain again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watched those lights up through the rain. For D.B. Cooper. So the cops blocked off all the exit roads. Hey, they turned loose all of their hounds. They even dragged the river up a couple of times to see if he had drowned. With all of those men working overtime, they swore they would bring him down. But a parachute and a few $100s is all that they've ever found. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watched those lights up through the rain. Now some people say that he died up there somewhere in the rain and the wind. Other people say that he got away, but then his girlfriend did him in. The lawmen say if he is out there someday, they're gonna drag him in. As for me, I hope they never see old D.B. Cooper again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watch those lights up through the rain. For D.B. Cooper. Little out of place, little out of tune, so lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall. I can't complain. All I wanted was one chance to let freedom ring. Said I had to get a permit, a bunch of tags and everything. Never made it through the red tape. Got this paper hat, I got a job working weekdays. You want fries with that? I got nothing to lose. There's nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. I was talking with my girlfriend, told her I was stressed. Said I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. Waiting in the dugout, thinking we should pitch. How you gonna throw a shutout if all you do is bitch? You got nothing to lose. There's nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. Now I've got a brand new dance. I need one more shot. I just need one last chance. You know I won't get caught. I wanna make my last stand, and this time I can't be bought. Then again, on the other hand, how much have you got? Got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. I can't complain. A little out of place, a little out of tune, so lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the wall of a hurricane, still overall. I can't complain. Hey, how are you all? I can't complain. You can't talk to me like that, boss. I don't care who you are. If you don't wanna have to hang your own drywall, don't push me too far. Boomtown work ain't hard to come by. Boomtown workers are. You might be the one running the show, but that doesn't mean you're in charge. I was looking for a job when I found this one. Don't need to work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I'm sharing a room with two guys over at the Motel 6, boss. I'm sending every dime I make here home to my ex-wife. Just did 2 years and 28 days. With a little bit of aim, I've been in there for my life. So you see, broke won't take much and getting used to. Neither will a barbed wire jailhouse wall. Watch what you say to someone with nothing. It's almost like having it all. I was looking for a job and I found this one. No need to work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I was looking for a job when I found this one. No need to work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job 2 weeks ago when I met you, boss, remember? You know what I really ought to get is a job like the job you got, Chief. Driving around all day checking up on guys like me. Yelling from the window of a pickup truck, AC cranked up, clothes all nice and clean. Shit, that'd be all right. On the other hand, I was looking for a job when I found this one. Don't need to work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. You look like you're under pressure. You look like you're under pressure, boss. This is called my mom lives down in Port Orford, Oregon. I am from Portland, Oregon. I live in Nashville now, so I don't get to see my mom all that much. And when I do go see her, I have to fly to Portland, rent a car, and drive down through this place called Tillamook County to see my mom. And one of the years on our vacation, I had a lot of time to think on one of the days of our vacation, and I came up with this. Sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail, still hoping that she's not so mad now that she doesn't even pay my bail. If I was her, I'm not so sure I wouldn't keep on moving down the trail. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. I got a lump on my head and a boot print on my chest from what these guys in here call the Tillamook County lie detector test. Well, I did my best, but as you might have guessed, it's a tough test not to fail. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. I get one phone call, two Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I ever do get out on that highway again, I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. It all started when I had a little trouble with this guy on a highway crew. And that lying son of a gun, he told him I done some things that I didn't do. They came a-running for me down 101, lights flashing on my tail. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. One phone call, 2 Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I ever do get out on that highway again, I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. Nope. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. I'm still hoping that she's not so mad now that she doesn't even pay my bail. We came down on vacation, gonna leave on probation, have to send all my money through the mail. We're gonna send all my money to the Tillamook County jail. I'm sending all of my money to the Tillamook County jail. I'm sending all of my money to the Tillamook County jail. I'm on my second one of these tall drinks that they've made for me, so I'm like 3 songs away from not being responsible for anything that happens after that. An empty house is hard to bear, lonesome falling everywhere. Without you, there's no light coming in. That lucky dog jumped the fence. Ain't seen him round here since. I don't guess I ever will again. It didn't bother me any. I was good to that dog. And just like you, I'm going to have to learn to let him go. Oh, leaving me was one thing, Carla. Why'd you have to leave so slow? Slow and shifted back and out. You're trying to fill my head with doubt. You nearly had me walking out on you. He bout the oldest trick to be playing on someone as old as me. That cannot be the best that you could do. It didn't bother me any when he come around. I just wish I hadn't had to be the last guy in town to know. I didn't mind you walking away. What hurt was how you walk so slow. You know you go like that. Move on, girl. Just say. You know, that was so underhanded, grabbing him just as you landed, after holding me the whole time you fell. You tell me he'll be good to you, who wouldn't be what else is new. Now all that I can do is wish you well. It wouldn't have bothered me any if you'd have left me when you wanted to, but you just had to wait till you had someplace better to go. Leaving me was one thing, Carla. Why'd you have to leave so slow? I didn't mind you walking away. What hurt was how you walked so slow.
Double wide.
All right, let's make a list. He said,
A long night last night.
hippie like me. I think I know what you're talking about.
Freebird.
I got a song called Freer Bird. So top that, man. I might even play it for you later, but I heard you've been asking for this the whole time, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take you to Memphis with me. I'm gonna play you a country song, and you know how you know it's a country song? Start like it here. V-neck t-shirt with a mustard stain, rolling up a hose outside in the rain. He'd been my neighbor since probably 79. Of course, he was in prison most of that time. Ever since then, he just ain't been right. His old lady works days and they fight most nights. Laid off and blown off, pissed off on booze. Double wide blue. Metallica song blasting from 3 trailers down. Some cut off t-shirt and nunchuck kids coming around. Tonight they'll get drunk, try to get laid. They'll end up in a fight out behind the arcade. You know, one of those little shits broke my window last spring. I told his mama, but she didn't do anything. She works 2 jobs. The boy runs loose. Double wide blue. Double wide blue. I got the blue. Double wide. My buddy Jimmy, his trailer's cool. He's got him a deck with one of them blue plastic pools. He works in construction, he builds spec homes. His woman left him though, so now he's down there alone. My friend Anita loves him, he don't even know. So busy chasing my neighbor's wife, Flo. Soap opera heaven, without all the clues. Double wide blue, double wide blue. I got the blue, double wide. Wild Bill, the manager, he keeps to himself. The war took his smile like those pills took his health. He's too old to run around with the Ku Klux Klan anymore. He's still got a Confederate flag hanging up outside his door. I sit here watching all this nothing go on. Don't get out much since the Anna Nicole Smith trials come on. Sometimes it's nice having nothing to lose. Double wide blue, double wide blue. I got the blue, double wide, double wide blue. I got the blue, double wide. One time I saw Jerry Jeff Walker play, and he went like this at the end of one of his songs. That's country. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male, soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, land-paving, regional leaders for sale, shirt-tugging, frat-housing, kick-tapping, back-slapping, hater of hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pro-choice and gay wedding, widespread panic-digging hippies like me. Skin-color blinded, conspiracy-minded protesters of corporate greed. We who got nothing, and most likely will till we all end up locked up in jail by conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male. Diamonds and dogs, boys and girls, living together in two separate worlds, following leaders up mountains of shame, looking for someone to blame. I know who I like to blame. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male, soul-saving, flag-waving, kick-tapping, back-slapping, personal friends to the quail, quite diligently working so hard to keep free reigns of this democracy. From tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, barefoot-in folk singing, hippies like me. Statistics say that only 49% of you were supposed to have enjoyed that one. Which I think happens on a lot of the other songs for a lot of different reasons, so I'm okay with that. But I appreciate all you, man, and the statistics are good. They're up this year from what I've heard. And I personally believe that 8 out of 4 of you will enjoy this one. They say 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3% and the rest goes down the drain. I'll never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3%, 100% of the time. They say that 60% of all the world's statistics are made up right there on the spot. 82.4% of people believe them whether they're even accurate statistics or not. I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I'll need another double shot of some 90 proof. I got too much to think about. Too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. Too much to think about. They say 68% of everything you learn in college is bullshit you're not gonna need. 83.4% of everything you bought just to satisfy your greed, because you know that 90% of the world's population will link your possessions to your success, even though 96% of the wealthiest 1% of the population drinks to an alarming excess. More money, more stress, I guess, is too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, too much to think about. Well, pick it then, okay. They say 70% of all statisticians truly hate their jobs. The average bank robber lives within, say, 20 miles of the bank that he robs. There's this little bank not so far from here that I've been watching now for a while. Seem like lately all that I can think about is how bad I wanna go out in style. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. Too much to think about, too much to think about, alright. Too much to think about, amen. Anybody got some? I'm drawing a blank here. Which one? That's a story though, and I have a hard time. It's been a while since I told that. I can't really remember it. Trog, I kind of know that one. You know, the thing is them stories that I tell, sometimes I'll be coming through town and I'll just have that in my head, and then the next time I come through town, I don't hardly remember that at all. In fact, sometimes I'll come through a town and tell a story for a song and then come back to the same town and tell a different story for the same song, and if that happens tonight, I apologize. You were hoping that happened, and then,
We remember.
I could do this song though. I'll play the song. I can't necessarily remember that story of Trog, but I can tell you this. I told it on an album, and on the album I put in there, "Hey Trog," at the end of the story, "P.S. Trog, where are you?" Because that's true. I miss him, and I didn't know where he was. And when I got home from a tour one time, I had a message on my machine that said, "Todd, this is Trog. I'm right here." Oh, Miss Verge attended bar at a shack out in the hill. Never made her no money, boy, but paid up all of her bill. She must have been 80 years old, but her heart was warm and her beer was cold, and she gave away more than she ever sold. She'd be smiling all the time. I used to sing off in the corner every Friday night to a loud crowd of cowboys, bikers, and barroom fights. They were drinking beer, carrying on. Not a one of them had listened to one of my songs, but old Miss Virgin sang along. She said she knew them all by heart. And then one night after closing, she poured me up a beer. She said, come over here and sit down, you little shit. I got something that you need to hear. Said life isn't easy getting through. Everybody gonna make things tough on you. I tell you right now, if you dig what you do, they'll never get you down. She said life's too short to worry. Said life's too long to wait. But it's too short not to love everybody, and life's too long to hate. I meet a lot of men haggling for naggle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make a dime. Not me, and boy, no serrator, said I ain't got the time. Thank you very much. I ain't seen no Virgie, I guess it's probably been 15 years. I've been bumming around this country, singing songs for tips and beer. Now the nights are long and the driving's tough. The hotels are weird and the pay sucks. I can't dig what I do enough, never gets me down. I say life's too short to worry, I say life's too long to wait. Well, it's too short not to love everybody, that's too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make a dime. Not me, boy, no siree, said I ain't got the time. He didn't do. Have you ever noticed there's this speaker down, you might not be able to see it from back there, but there's a speaker here, right? And then there's these here, like these guys are pointed to you guys, and this one is pointed towards me. So I don't hear that, I hear this, right? And so when I'm playing sometimes in the clubs, there'll be a sound man way in the back of the room, and he's got it hooked up so everything's coming out of here. But if I'm fucking up, or if I'm playing too long, or playing too short, or too drunk, or whatever, he can come through this particular speaker and go like, hey. And nobody hears it but me, right? So one night I was playing in Chattanooga, Tennessee at this outdoor festival, right? And it's towards the end of the set, and we're playing some folk shit about the trees or whatever. And this guy, as I'm playing, I hear, through the monitor, I hear a guy say, I'm assuming it's a sound man, he says, hey, do you like NASCAR? So I said, I got back to whatever we were doing. And he said, what do you know, would you like to meet Bill Elliott? And I said, hey. Because in my mind, and this, let me think this through, because I have a point here. This guy, Bill Elliott, had been my brother's hero forever. So that was the first thing that hit me. I was like, oh, of course I want to meet this guy. It's my brother's hero, right? And so afterwards, I'm excited to meet him. My brother's hero's coming up. So he comes up, and he's kind of drunk. And I think, that's all right. What, it's a Saturday night. And I was telling you earlier about the free carrots and everything. This guy's knee-deep in it immediately, like it's his, man. He's like pushing me out of the way to it. And drinking all our liquor, and it just mowing down on all our stuff. And he's loud. I was like, this is a loud guy, man. Obnoxious, if I say so myself, And I'm thinking, but it's my brother's hero, fine, right? So I say, how about, I got some of these guitars. I said, would you sign one of my guitars, right? So he writes Bill Elliott so far across, like I don't even use the guitar anymore because he ruined it. He ruined it with his name. And I'm thinking, fine, look, this is my brother's hero. This is great. This guy drives left. He takes a left all day. He's hauling ass. I couldn't do it. Fine, ruined my guitar. Fine. And I'm trying to make nice, but no, I wasn't bugged by that time, but I was in my head thinking, God, okay, well, I can't use a guitar no more. So then I say, I get this idea, call my brother. So I decide I'm gonna call my brother and I wake him up in the middle of the night and I say, hey, check this out. And I hand the phone to Bill Elliott, and I'm not gonna tell you what he said to my brother. It was like, some people say, your show's a little blue. There's kids here, don't say that. Fuck this guy. Times 20, like stuff you couldn't say to a kid. Stuff a kid wouldn't even understand. I didn't even understand some of it. But I knew it was foul stuff in the middle of the night to my brother. My brother's hero is just being a jerk, right? What are we gonna do? So, as God is my witness, this happened to me, man. I said, all right, fine. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go, do you wanna go get a drink? Let's go to a bar. So we go to this bar. And he's talking the whole time about how hard it is to race and all. By this time, I'm thinking, I don't even care about this race. And we get to the bar, we sit down, me and my friend Will and him, and he says, I buy him a drink. Hey, give my buddy Bill a drink, right? And he gets up and goes to the bathroom, and the bartender comes over to me and he says, hey man, that guy didn't tell you he was Bill Elliott, did he? Oh. Fuck me up. I thought, man, that ain't my brother's hero. That's my hero. He tried to look like he had a little bit of money. He was a grifter with a southern drawl. Well, I could tell right away by the way he was running that boy was just begging to crawl. At least a junkie knows what he needs. You get a man all strung out on greed and he'll give up everything he's got for just one shot at having it all. He'd taken every last cent of his savings on a trip down a local track. He had a tip from a friend, put it all down and went on a horse named Heart Attack. Oh, well now, he ain't no fool, boy, and he didn't bet at all. So everything was cool when that horse took a fall. But then it turned around and blew the race trying to win it back. He wanted easy money. Lord, it's sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get. But for the least they can possibly do, they want that easy money. Don't understand. Oh, scheming and playing, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. Yeah, she'd been watching him from her table. Not too soft, but not too tough. Well, she figured by the money he'd been throwing around that is damn sure good looking enough. So she worked her way over, she shot it on Wink. He took his last $5 and bought her a drink. By the time they hit the Motel 6, they figured they was in love. They wanted easy money. Sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get. But for the least they can possibly do, they want that easy money. Don't understand. Oh, scheming they're playing, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. It must have been about 2 weeks later, a call from one of his business friends. They found a surefire steal, this big investment deal. In Dublin, would you believe this? He gonna let both of us in. And so they took all the savings out of the bank on the way home this time. 2 gas up her tank, she stepped in for some cigs, and she never saw the fucker again. Easy money. It's sad. sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get. But for the least they can possibly do, they want that easy money. Don't understand the scheming they plan, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. The scheming they plan, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. I said I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it, yes I do. Maureen, I shot a doctor last night on the airplane. He said he wouldn't hurt us, but he made me feel nervous and mean. Ah, fuck, I thought I knew that. I'm trying to think of a John Prine song I want to play for you, but let me think of one I know for sure then. Unless you guys can think of one. I just wanted to play a Prine song, and I thought I knew that one by heart. Now I feel stupid about it, but what's it? Oh, I know that. Good. I'm pretty... Or, I've been thinking lately about the people I meet. Watch on the corner in the Holden Street. The way my ankles hurt with shoes on my feet. And I'm wondering if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. And then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. I was in the army, but I never dug a trench. Used to bust my knuckles on a monkey wrench. I'd go to town and drink, give the girls a pinch, but I don't think they ever even noticed me. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us and we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue, and then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. Fish and whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never gotta do this again. Again. Oh, my very first job, I said thank you and please. Made me scrub a parking lot down on my knees. And then I got fired for being scared of bees. They only gave me 50 cents an hour. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue, and then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. Fish and whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never gotta do this again. Again. Oh, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue, and then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. He said early this morning, without any warning, I took a good look at myself. I seen how this married up life I'd been living was trying to choke me to death. I laid on my bed, I put a gun to my head, and I just about ended it all. But I come to my senses just before I got killed and blowed me some holes in the wall. I'm thinking about cranking this ragged old truck up and hauling my ass into town. I'm thinking about raising so goddamn much hell I'd have to die just to live it all down. It's my life and there ain't no wife gonna tell me I can't have some fun. So before that old heifer gets back in from Waco, you can bet your sweet ass I'll be gone. I'm a honky-tonk man, I got a honky-tonk band, I want a honky-tonk girl on my arm. I may be as ugly as an old mud rail fence, but I'm loaded with a hillbilly charm. It's my life, and there ain't no wife that's gonna tell me I can't have some fun. So before that old heifer come back in from Waco, you can bet your sweet ass I'll be gone. I am thinking about cranking this ragged old truck up and hauling my ass into town. I'm thinking about raising so doggone much hell I'd have to die just to live it all down. It's my life, ain't no wife won't tell me I can't have no fun. Pack up all your dishes, make note of all good wishes, say goodbye to the landlord for me. Sons of bitches have always bored me. Throw out those LA papers, moldy box of vanilla wafers. Adios to all this concrete, I'm gonna hit me some dirt road back street. If I could just get off of that LA freeway without getting killed a car. Down that road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I can just get off of that LA freeway without getting killed or caught. Here's to you, old skinny Denny, only one I think I will miss. I can hear your bass notes singing, sweet and low like a gift you're bringing. Play it for me one more time, yeah. Got to give it all I can, yeah. And I believe every word you're saying. Keep on playing. If I could just get over that LA freeway without getting killed a car. Down that road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I can just get over that LA freeway without getting killed a car. Put the pink slip in the mailbox, leave the key in your front door lock. They will find it likely as not, with all the things that we have forgot. Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry. Love's a gift, it's truly handmade. I believe every word you're saying. Keep on playing. If I could just get off of that LA freeway without getting killed a car. Down that road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I could just get off of that LA freeway without getting killed a car. We gone, baby, we gone. dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I've played each one over and over at least a dozen times or more. All I got is a beat-up chair, a mattress, a fork, and another to spare, and that dusty old pile of records on my floor. I got Willie Whalen and Woody, got the Jimmy Buffett, Love, and them Bobby Gentry, Jerry, Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, the Dead, and Doris, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, Guy Clark, Van Halen, Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the fish, you know. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. And that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all of my clothes, other was all them old records of mine. They said I could only bring one bag, I had two. Oh, what a drag, I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. I got a Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Love, and them Bobby Gentry, Jerry, Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, the Dead, and the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, Guy Clark, Van Halen, Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the fish, you know. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. I got all the Tippy T's, Tom T. House, Bobby Bear, Belafonte, and the New York Dolls, Billy Joe, Jimmy Croce, Kiss, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, John June, and Roseanne Cash. I got Forbert from old Sam and Dave, T-Birds, Yardbirds, Stevie Ray. And if you're one of the 10 or 12 people that bought my third album, you might have figured out already that I got piles and piles, piles of Tom Petty. And that dusty old stack of vinyl records sitting on my floor. She's always cooking up something when I'm feeling down. She knows just what to say to pull me through. Looking like Booker T and the MG sound. There ain't nothing that girl can't do. Not to change the subject, but have you seen my shoes? I think I left them here the last time I played. Sometimes I feel like all I ever get to do is lose. Sometimes I feel like I've got it made. May some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. People say that life is precious and you have to make the most of it, but nobody has proven either thing. When you stand back and you look at the long and the short of it, what else is there to do but sing? You say, may some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. May some good fortune come to you. Enough about you, let's talk about, wait, enough about me, let's talk about you for a minute. Okay, maybe that's enough. And getting back to me, you know my all-time favorite movie is that one where there's two cops who at first can't stand each other, later under pressure learn to work together, become great partners, even better friends, and then that one says something funny and the movie ends. May some good fortune come to you. Thank y'all. Sometimes people take encores before they officially get them, you know? There's something that somebody was like, oh shit, we came down the whole thing, he didn't play that one song that we were, nope. Age Like Wine. Old timer, too late to die young now. Old timer, five and dimer, trying to find a way to age like wine somehow. My new stuff is nothing like my old stuff was, and neither one is much when compared to the show, which will not be as good as that other show you saw. So help me, I know, oh Lord, I am an old timer, too late to die young now. Old timer, five and dimer, trying to find a way to age like wine somehow. I met every fool that ever signed their name on the wall, in the backs of all these beer joints and concert halls. Been through 7 managers, 5 labels, 1,000 picks and patch cables, 3 vans, a band, a bunch of guitar stands, cans and cans and cans of beer, bottles of booze and bags of pot, 1,000 other things that I forgot. Thought that I'd be dead by now, but I'm not. Y'all, thank you for being so nice to me. I had a good time. They call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. They call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. I ain't got me nobody, Lord, I don't carry me no load. Ain't no change in the weather, ain't no change in me. Ain't no change in the weather, ain't no change in me. I ain't hiding from nobody, nobody's hiding from me. I wanna thank Georgia Peachy, make me feel right at home. I wanna thank Georgia Peachy, make me feel right at home. I can't love just one woman, no, I can't stay in Georgia long. Will they call me the breeze? I keep rolling down the road. Call me the breeze, I'll keep rolling down the road. I ain't got me nobody, I don't care me no. I'm a rolling stone on a lost highway. Rolling stone on a lost highway. Thank you all.